So let's get the case ready for installing then. We're going to install the radiator on the inside of the case and have the fans on the outside of the case blowing fresh air in from the outside. So they're going to blow fresh air into the radiator, which is going to cool the water. That's going to give us the best temperatures for the CPU, and it's going to be a little bit warmer inside of the case because the radiator air is going to move inside the case, but that's going to be fine. Before you move the radiator into position inside of the case, I suggest you to align the fans first. There's a really neat little cable management hole right here at the top of Cosmos SE. So that's for the cables for the fan on top of the case. And you see, you want the fan aligned like this, so you get the maximum amount of cable you can route inside of the case, find a nice header on the motherboard. So we want this fan to be aligned like this. There we go. And then the other fan, we want to be aligned like this, so we get the maximum cable length inside. As in all cases, you can install the power supply both ways. So you can install it this way with the fan sucking in fresh air from the bottom, or you can install it this way so it actually helps you ventilate the case. Since I'm not worried about the case ventilation of this build, I'm just going to install it this way. It also helps for better cable management because you can see all the cables are here in the corner, so I can just quickly hide them to the back of the case. As you can see, everything up to a GeForce GTX Titan fits in perfectly. It is a tight fit for the Titan, but it does fit. And if you have a graphics card that's even more high-end and more powerful than this, you can remove one of the hard drive cages and you lose 2 hard drive slots, which really isn't a big deal. You can also remove the different hard drive cages to improve airflow if you wish so. If you have a really badass graphics card, a really big one, just like this HD 7990 right here, or an HD 7970, 7950, or a GTX 590, or non-reference GTX 780, which is slightly bigger than the reference one, then you have to remove one of the hard drive cages, or 2 or 3, depending on how many of those cards you have. So I'm going to show you how. SSDs are installed on the bottom side of the sled, so you just flip them over like this. Again, push the button, slide it out, and then slide in SSD like this. The cable's in this direction, and there we are. Now you still have to install screws. You don't have to install all 4, but if you want to be really sure that the SSD doesn't slip out, then yeah, all 4. In case you remove all the hard drive cages in the front for better airflow, or to install the 360 radiator in the front or something else, you can actually install 2 SSDs on the back side. There are 2 hidden slots for SSDs as well. So you can install one SSD for your operating system and games, and maybe a 2.5-inch small hard drive, like a laptop hard drive, for like 1 terabyte of storage.